Good morning, kids. Kids, today we will do to be verbs, okay? And also what I'll do is, today is Saturday. So this evening I will send you a list of the verb forms, and here I'm talking about verb 1, verb 2, verb 3, and I want you to memorize it. And sometime next week I will send you this thing, a practice worksheet as well. Okay, so having said that, let's begin with to be verbs. Now, to be verbs are very simple, kids. Okay, so you have is, am, are, okay. These are the to be verbs. You also have was and were. Okay, these two are, so is, am, are, was, were, these are called to be verbs. Okay, and you also have been, you also have been. So all these words that you see on the board, these are to be verbs. Okay, so I would like to focus on is, am, are, was and were today. Okay, so let's see how it works. So for example, so why do you have these forms of to be verb? For example, let's say, can I write, so let's say I've written this sentence, I be a good boy, or let's say they be hungry. So can I write a sentence like this, I be a good boy? I cannot write it like this because this sentence is grammatically wrong. So here I have to use a form of the be verb. Now which form will I use? I will use the form am. I am a good boy. So likewise, if you look at the second sentence, they be hungry. So now, is this sentence right? No, this sentence is not grammatically right. So we have to use a form of the be verb. So which form will we use? Now again, you have to look at the subject. The subject is plural. Remember, Rohit, Sidhu and all, I've done subject verb agreement as well. So please do, I hope you remember those rules. So because the subject is plural, what I'll do is I will use are here. Okay, so they are hungry. So I am a good boy, simple present. They are hungry, simple present. Okay, fine. So fine. So let's move on from here. So that's why we have different forms of the be verb. Okay, so now is, am, are, we use this to express the present tense, and was and were is used to express the past tense. So let's see how it works. So first I will start with am. Okay, so now kids, I will write a lot and explain things to you at the same time, so please do pay attention. Okay, so let's say, let's look at this sentence, I am happy. Now if you look at this sentence, I am happy, kids, am is being used as the main verb, and remember, this is not an action verb. Okay, this am is connecting the subject of the sentence, which is the pronoun I, with the adjective happy. Okay, and it's expressing it's helping to express the condition of the pronoun I. This is an adjective. So this is helping, or this is connecting the subject with more information. And remember, out here am is functioning as the main verb, but it's a non-action verb. It's not an action verb here. Okay, it's helping us to express the state of I being happy. So remember that. Now I will see, let's see if we can use am as a helping verb. We can. So the sentence is, I'll write a sentence which will, where I'll use am as a helping verb. So let's say, I am teaching you verbs. So if you look at this sentence, yeah, am is what? Am is the helping verb, kids, here, and teaching is the main verb. Okay, and together, okay, they form a verb phrase. Remember that. Okay, so now, so I am happy is positive. Okay, this is a positive sentence. Now if I want to make this negative, it is very, very simple. What I will do? I will simply add not after am out here. Okay, after the main verb here. So I am not happy. Okay, so now this sentence out here is positive. You can also call it an affirmative sentence or a positive sentence. I am happy is a positive sentence and I am not happy is a negative sentence. What makes it negative? Because I've used the word not here. Okay, so do remember that, and also the meaning is different. So I am teaching you verbs. Now if I want to, so this too I am teaching you verbs is an affirmative sentence or a positive sentence. Now if I want to make it negative, what will I do? Well kids, it's very, very simple. Okay, I will just add not after the helping verb am here. Okay, so I am, let's say, not teaching you verbs. Okay, so now this sentence becomes negative. This is the helping verb, teaching is the main verb, and not is making the sentence negative. So remember that. Another thing I would like to tell you is this, and here remember, okay, am is the main verb. Okay, now I've also done contractions with you. I did contractions with you last year. So there's another way of writing I am happy. How will I write it? So here we are talking about contractions. Okay, so I am happy can be written in this way. I apostrophe M HAPPY. Okay. But the way when you read aloud this sentence, how will you read aloud this sentence? You will not say I am happy. You will say I am happy. I am happy. Okay. And so why has this apostrophe been used? This apostrophe has been used to indicate the missing letter. Which is the missing letter here? The missing letter out here, Shrishti, is the letter A. Okay. So let's say if I want to say I am not happy and I want to contract it, I can do it. Again, it's very, very simple. I'll write I am not happy. Okay. So I will also send you a list of contractions as well for you to go through and memorize. Okay. So this is about am. Okay. Now let's move on to is. Okay, I hope you kids are staying in touch with English, and from next week I will send you more worksheets and you work on those, you solve those worksheets, and I will send you answers as well. So that's the way we will proceed. Okay, move ahead. Okay, so now let's look at is. Okay, so let's say I want to write a positive sentence. Let's say he is happy. Full stop. Okay, or let's say he is eating, let's say, mangoes. Okay, so if you look at the first sentence, he is happy. Here is a to be verb or a be verb. Okay, and is the main verb in this sentence. Okay. And if you look at the second sentence, he is eating mangoes. Okay, is the helping verb here, and eating is the main verb here, and together, okay, they form a verb phrase. Okay, fine. So now so both these sentences are what? Positive sentences. Remember, you can also call these sentences affirmative sentences. Now if I want to make these sentences negative, again it's the same, as the rule is the same. Okay, after is I will add not. After the main verb here I will add not. Or if I want to make the second sentence, he is eating mangoes, if I want to make the second sentence negative, I will add the not after the auxiliary verb or the helping verb. So I will write down these sentences for you. Let's say negative, or let's say N-E-G-A-T-I-V-E. A negative sentences. Okay? So let's say the first negative sentence is he is happy is the positive sentence. If I want to change it to a negative sentence, he is not happy. Okay? So this is pretty simple, but the meaning is different out here. Remember that. Okay? He is happy. Okay, so let's say, now if I don't want to change the meaning, what I can probably write is, he is not sad. So if he is not sad, then he is happy. But you will learn how to change a positive sentence to a negative sentence without changing the meaning later on. Okay? So just remember how to make a sentence negative. Okay, look at the second sentence. He is eating mangoes now again. He is, this is the auxiliary here in the sentence. So what we will do, we will place not after the auxiliary or the helping verb is. So he is not eating, M-A-N-G-O-E-S, plural noun, mangoes. Okay, fine. So it is this part not that is making the sentence negative. Okay, so do remember that. Okay, so now there's another thing I wanted to tell you. Okay, let's look at the contraction here. Okay, so let's look at the contraction here. Can I contract this sentence here? He is happy. Yes, I can write it this way. He apostrophe S H-A-P-P-Y full stop. I can write it this way as well. Okay? So, can I contract this sentence, he is not happy? Yes, I can contract this sentence as well. I can write it this way. He, I-S-N, apostrophe T, he isn't, H-A-P-P-Y, full stop. Now, if you look at this apostrophe, I've used this apostrophe, remember kids, apostrophe spelling again. You've got to be good spellers, remember that. A-P-O-S-T-R-O-P-H-E. Okay? So, apostrophes, they help you to contract as well. Apostrophes, okay, I use for a few other things like making a noun possessive and all that. I'm sure I've done this thing about the use of apostrophes with you. Please do refer to that video. Okay, so if you look at it, he is happy, he isn't happy. Okay, so now this apostrophe has been used for what? To contract and also to indicate the missing letter I out here. So remember that. Now he isn't happy. Okay, so now, so this particular, apostrophe has been used for what? This particular apostrophe has been used to indicate the missing letters N and, okay, so not N, O. Okay, to indicate the missing letter O. Okay, and apostrophe can also be used, kids, okay, fine. Apostrophe can also be used to indicate more than one letter. For example, sometimes we write birthday like this. Yes? What is the spelling of birthday? B-I-R-T-H-D-A-Y. So here if you look at it, okay, this apostrophe has been used to indicate which letters? I, R, T and H. Okay, fine. So that's it about apostrophes. So another thing that I want you to, so what have we done? So we've done positive sentences, we've done negative sentences, and I've also given you an idea about contractions. Okay, fine. Okay, so now there's another thing I want to tell you, kids. So let's see. Okay, let's remove. Okay, now how should I make this into a question sentence or an interrogative sentence? So look at the order of this sentence. So here you have a subject followed by the verb. Yes, here you have subject followed by the verb phrase. Happy is an adjective, mangoes is a noun. So if I want to make, so let's say he is happy. Okay, so if I want to make this if I want to change this sentence, this is an assertive sentence. Remember kids, we've done this last year in class 4. 4 kinds of sentences. Yes? Assertive, you have exclamatory, you have imperative, okay, and you have interrogative sentences. Okay, so now if I want to change this into a question sentence or an interrogative sentence, simple. You will change the order. First you will bring the main verb here and then the subject. So he is happy will become is he, H-A-P-P-Y. He is, is he happy? Now this is I'm asking a question. Okay, so I have to use the correct punctuation mark as well. So for questions, what is the correct punctuation mark, kids? It is a question mark. Is he happy? So you have to be very, very careful about the word order. So in an interrogative sentence or a question sentence, it's the verb followed by the subject, or it's the auxiliary and then the subject and then the main verb. Okay, so that's how it works. So is more or less done? Okay, fine. So let's move on to R. Okay, so we'll move on to R. So let's see how it works. So let's say I will write one positive sentence. They are, H-U-N-G-R-Y. So kids, out here if you look at it, R is functioning as the main verb. But again remember, these are to be verbs. So here, this is a non-action verb. So please be mindful of that. This, kids, is a positive sentence. Yes or no? Yes. Can I make it negative? Yes, I can make it negative. Okay, but before let's just make it negative. They are hungry. So Keshav, how will we make it negative? Aha, correct. They are hungry will become they are not, H-U-N-G-R-Y. Okay. So here again the inclusion of the addition, since I've used the word not, now this particular sentence has become negative. Okay, so here R is functioning as the main verb. Okay, so can I use R as a helping verb? Yes, I can. So let's see how it works. So let's say they are playing football. Okay, full stop. Be very careful with your punctuation marks. So they are playing football. Here R is a helping verb and playing is the main verb here, and together, okay, this is called a verb phrase. Okay, so now if I want to change this and if I want to make it a negative sentence again, I will not write it. I will just tell you, okay, they are not playing football. And finally, kids, okay, one small thing is, okay, now let's change this sentence into an interrogative sentence, okay, or a question sentence. Again, kids, very, very simple. What have I told you? Start with the verb here. There is one main verb here. Okay, so let's say this is the verb, okay, followed by the subject are, they, H-U-N-G-R-Y, hungry, question mark. Okay, so here this is the verb and this is the subject. Okay, so that's how it works. They are hungry. Are they hungry? And the answer will be what? Answer will be yes, they are, or no, they are not. You can have these two answers here. Okay, fine. So I'll remove this from the board because there's not a lot of space here, kids. Okay, so let's say if I can contract this sentence, they are hungry. Yes, I can contract it. I can write it this way. Their, H-U-N-G-R-Y. Okay, so I've used in place of A, okay, I've used the apostrophe and I've joined they and are. That means I have reduced the length, I've contracted it. So when you read this it will be read like this: they are hungry. When you read this sentence, they're hungry, the meaning stays. Okay kids, we have a lot to do, so I'll quickly go through was and were as well. So if you look at the first sentence here, he was a successful star. So since we've used was, what does it mean? We're talking about the past tense, and here was has been used, or I've used was as the main verb here. So if you look at this, and this is a positive sentence. Okay, if I want to make it negative again, it's the same thing, the same rule. I will use not after the verb, here after the main verb. He was not a successful star. This is simple, easy stuff, kids. And then if you look at the third part, he was watching television. The third sentence, sorry, he was watching television. So was is a helping verb here, and watching is the main verb here. And together, we can call them a verb phrase. Okay, this is past continuous. I will do tenses later on. Okay, so now if I want to change this, which is an assertive sentence and a positive sentence, into an interrogative sentence or a question sentence, again the rule is simple. You start with the verb followed by the subject. So do remember that. So main verb followed by the subject. Otherwise, I'm repeating myself. The helping verb followed by the subject and then followed by the main verb. So do remember that. Okay, so was he a successful star? Because this is a question sentence or an interrogative sentence, you've got to place the correct punctuation mark, and the correct punctuation mark, kids, is the question mark. So do remember that. Let's move, and you use was with singular subjects. I will talk about that in the next class. Were is used with plural subjects. Okay, so look at the first sentence here. They were angry. So here I've used were as the main verb, and this is a positive sentence. Now if I want to make it negative, then simple, I will add not after were. Okay, the verb. So they were not angry. Because I've used the word not, this sentence has become negative now. Okay, look at the third sentence here. So they were singing. So this too is in the past tense. Okay, past tense. Simple past, simple past. Here, were singing is a verb phrase. Were is the helping verb here, kids. Okay, and singing is the main verb. Okay, can you identify the tense? For the ones who were with me last year, past continuous. Okay, so they were singing songs last night. Okay, fine. And if you look at the fourth sentence, now they were angry. Now if I want to change this into an interrogative sentence, again it's the same rule, kids. I will start with the verb first, followed by the subject. So were they angry? Followed by the correct punctuation mark, and in this case it's the question mark. Okay, so this is it about be verbs, and in the next class I will do to have verbs with you and to do verbs with you. Meanwhile, take care, and the worksheets that I send you that I'll send you in the future, please as in solve those worksheets, and I will also send you the answer key as well. Okay, so you've got to be with me on this, kids, and stay safe, stay happy, and do read books as well. Bye bye, kids.